Hello everyone, hope you're doing well today. So I wanted to make a video here talking about one of my favorite projects called Kaspa. And this is not a meme coin, but I think that this project here has so much potential, I believe, going into next year. And not just next year, but this is kind of one of those long-term coins that I could see holding throughout multiple cycles, even probably as far as something as 2028 or maybe even 2030. So if you're looking for some place to kind of park some of your profits from some of these meme coins, I think Kaspa is a really safe bet, and I think that this is going to be one of the most. Um, I want to say that this particular project is very innovative, and I think what they're doing is going to bring a lot of change to cryptocurrencies. And right now, we're seeing a pretty big sell-off right now, down to 11 cents. And actually, it's not really that big of a move if you compare it to a lot of the swings that we get in meme coins. At the peak of where it topped was around 20 cents. Now we're sitting at about 11 cents. It's about a 50% retrace from where it peaked. Now, for me personally, I've been watching Caspa for a pretty long time now, and I didn't actually have an opportunity to start buying into it until around here. I started averaging in around 12 to 14 cents, and then from there, I would slowly kind of start to average in and start to move tiny bits of profits into Caspa. Now, as we're coming down to where we're sitting at about 11 cents. At one point, it actually went to 10 cents. I've been watching this and I've been waiting for a really long time for an opportunity like this. And I think that if you have, extra profits or are looking for some place to put um, some of your profits, I think Caspa is one of the best plays that you can make. And of course, this is my opinion. This isn't financial advice, but as far as I can see, if you look as far back as 2022, we can see how this chart just shows how over time this is one of those coins that really is very strong. It's a very, I want to say it doesn't fluctuate too much from, you're not going to probably see those kinds of big swings that you see in meme coins. If you are putting your money in here, you're not going to experience the same kind of, I think, volatility that you would experience in meme coins. And I think for me personally, Caspa is just one of those plays that I think long term it's going to be very profitable. And I want to just talk about one of the reasons why I think it's going to do so well. So I asked ChatGPT what Kaspa is. So Kaspa, I'm just going to read it off to you. It says Kaspa is a cryptocurrency project designed with focus on high scalability and fast transaction confirmation times. Now, I want to clarify too that the community behind Kaspa is really strong. I mean, they have over 220,000 followers on X, and if we look at their website, you can check out their website. You'll be able to see, what their plan is, what they're working towards, and if you just follow them on X, you'll get to stay up to date with a lot of what this project is trying to achieve. But ultimately, I just want to say the community behind Caspa is extremely strong, and really, I think there's so much. I just see that there's so much that they're trying to resolve, or so they're trying to fix a lot of the issues that we're currently facing with Bitcoin and Ethereum, such as the high fees, and also they're increasing the speed of the transactions as well. So this is pretty it's really interesting because they're kind of reshaping. um, I want to say that they're kind of redefining how we're going to be using cryptocurrencies. So for me, we can see that Kaspa is a utility coin that's built on what they call the Ghost DAG protocol here. Um, it says here it's a generalization of Nakamoto's consensus with the fastest proof of work L1 available. So that just in itself, they're pretty much just trying to fix a lot of the problems that are being faced with the current uh, utility coins that we have. And as far as I can see, they're starting, to deliver on their promises. They're now their network is available for other, people to start creating what they call KRC20 tokens. So just like Ethereum, you can, make your own tokens on the Ethereum network. Well, now you can do that with Kaspa. And going forward, I think, of course, that's really important for building um, and developing like an ecosystem is to have people get involved and start to create projects on that are on top of the Caspa network. So I think going forward into the next 2 to 3 years, even 5 years, that I could really see Caspa doing very well. I think that this is going to be one of those type of utility coins that you're going to be wanting to hold for a very long time. I think from what people are saying, that Caspa is pretty much, people have come to the conclusion that Caspa is like digital silver. And of course, we all have heard that, pretty much most of us have heard that Bitcoin is considered digital gold. But now people are looking at Caspa as the digital silver. So that's a pretty big statement. And I think that goes to show that people who are behind Caspa and then the people who are just diehard fans of Caspa and the community are really going to help get the word out and spread awareness of the potential and just the technology that's behind Caspa. Now, I don't usually participate or buy any utility coins. I don't get involved with a lot of these other ones that we see that are emerging, that we have, like we have some of these others here that are, considered utility coins. And for me, personally, I just think that from what I've seen, I've been following Caspa for about a year now, and I can see that I can believe that this is going to be one of those that you're gonna want to be getting involved in. And as far as I can see, I think this is probably, I want to say this is probably the best opportunity that you might have to get this at a cheap price. So if we're looking at where it peaked at 20 cents, it topped around 20 cents. It's now currently around 11 cents. So from here to that, it's pretty much a 2x. But going into the bull run, I could definitely see this as we get closer to maybe October or November of next year. I could definitely see this at least at minimum hitting a dollar. I really realistically cannot see that it wouldn't be able to hit a dollar. But most people are saying they're expecting it to maybe get to something around $1.80 to maybe $2.50, I think is like realistic, that we could see. Some people are saying we could see it go higher than $3, but for me, I'm thinking at least $2, and that's about a 20x from where the current price is. So I've been averaging into this since around 14 cents here, and I did pick up a little bit today to just kind of position myself to have a more stable portfolio, because I just feel like right now my portfolio is a bit too volatile for me, and I just want to be more positioned, kind of de-risk a little bit as we're going into elections. And I think that as most of us, at least from what I've seen in the past, I've noticed that like usually around elections, there's going to be a lot of uncertainty. So most of the time, you'll see most of these projects are going to pretty much be kind of, they're going to have their moments where they might be at a real discount, and this is one of those moments where I think Caspa is at one of those moments where it's pretty much at a really it's at an unbelievable discount to be able to pick it up at 11 cents. and I'll be keeping my eye on it, and maybe it'll go below 10 cents, but I don't think that's going to be very likely, but it could. I mean, we can see just by looking at this chart, it seems to be a lot of stability here around 10 to 11 cents. Don't think it's very likely that it could go lower than 10 cents, but if it does, that would be amazing because I would still be buying it. So basically, I just wanted to make this video because I just think that it's important to know that, it's important to be buying like other things than meme coins. I think you want to try and diversify into other categories. And for me, I think that when it comes to a utility coin, I think Kaspa is my favorite pick. And as far as where I see the future going, I think that there's a lot of problems that we're currently facing with cryptos, and I think that Kaspa really does bring um, a lot of awareness to those issues, and that they're working towards resolving those, and they're actually delivering on their promises is really a good thing to see. So I think that going into next year, we could very likely see this go to maybe $2 or higher. And so as we're coming into next year, most of us are probably invested in meme coins, and I think that as you're making profits on your meme coins, it's really important to be taking profits. And really, it can depend. It depends on taking profits. Is it's difficult to um, know exactly how much profit you should be taking from a particular meme coin, but it's important to definitely be um, at a certain point, you should always be um, trying to capture some of those profits and moving them into something that's more stable. And that allows you to have just a portfolio that's not just so volatile, and it's going to allow you to kind of, build a strong foundation. And that's really important. You want to have a strong foundation. And for me, I think Kaspa is one of those coins that's going to really help build a good foundation. And when I look at other cryptocurrencies like Sui and of course Ethereum, and I do think that Ethereum is going to do well at most. I think that I would hope it's going to go to maybe a 2 or a 3x from where it's currently at the peak of the bull run. But I think that for me, I think Kaspa is going to be a much better return on uh, where I'm going to be parking a lot of my profits. So at 11 cents right now, I think it's just at a really good price here. Now, going forward, if you want to check out their Twitter, I would definitely recommend following them on X. And also, if you use ChatGPT, you can ask it, some of these questions, and it'll help you get a better understanding of what Kaspa is and what they're, pretty much trying to do with the Kaspa network. You can even ask it, we'll ask it, why is Kaspa better than Bitcoin? So Kaspa aims to improve on Bitcoin by addressing some of its limitations, specifically in the areas of scalability, transaction speed, and block confirmation time. Here are the key reasons why some consider Kaspa to be an improvement over Bitcoin. So number one, it's a higher scalability through GoStag protocol. Number two, it's got faster block confirmation time. Number three, it's efficient use of the DAG structure. Kaspa uses a block DAG structure instead of a traditional linear blockchain. In Bitcoin, blocks must follow one after another, and any conflicting blocks are discarded, which creates inefficiencies and limits scaling. In Kaspa, blocks are allowed to coexist and be added in parallel. And also, number four says here, lower transaction fees. Bitcoin has faced issues with high transaction fees, especially during periods of network congestion. Due to Kaspa's high throughput and quick block times, the fees on Kaspa network are expected to be lower, making it more cost efficient for smaller, frequent transactions, which is really important because if we want crypto to be successful, we really need we're going to need a strong foundation, an ecosystem that's going to allow us to do, have like microtransactions and not be charged ridiculous fees for sending someone $1 or less than $1. Also, number 5 here says the decentralization and the security. Despite improvements in speed and scalability, Kaspa still uses a proof of work consensus mechanism similar to Bitcoin. It also has reduced forking issues, and it's a developer-friendly ecosystem. So these are just some of the things that ChatGPT says, that Kaspa aims to improve on Bitcoin. So going forward, as far as what I've been hearing from other people in the Kaspa community and how people are saying that Kaspa is pretty much being considered the digital silver of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin is the digital gold. So I don't know about you, but I definitely want to be holding digital silver, and not that just sounds cool to me. So I think that going forward into 2027 or 2030, who knows, maybe buying Kaspa at 11 cents could be like buying Bitcoin when it was under $1. So I think that this is an incredible opportunity right now to be able to buy Kaspa at 11 cents, and maybe once we get into 2030, I know that sounds crazy to think 6 years from now, we might be seeing something similar to, the price of where Bitcoin was at in 2014, the price of Bitcoin. We might see something similar happen with Kaspa. So I think this is a really amazing time and a really good opportunity if you're thinking of looking into other places to put some of your profits from some of the meme coins or some of the other assets that you're holding. I hope this video kind of helped and maybe gave you insight and maybe a different perspective into another category of cryptocurrencies. And I'll be making more videos talking about Kaspa. Of course, I'll be talking about Baby Pepe and Brett on Ethereum. But thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to end the video here.